When BMW launched the i8 in 2013 as a production model derived from a 2009 concept car, some feared that it might age poorly. The shape was a bit too outrageous to be considered timeless, and there was the risk that advances in battery technology might render its powertrain obsolete sooner rather than later. Wrong on both counts. Almost 5 years later, the i8 still looks fresh. For 2019, BMW skipped the 2018 model year. The coupe received one of the most modest facelifts ever, and it is now accompanied by this Roadster version that we've been waiting for since it was announced in late 2015. The lithium-ion battery pack benefits from more efficient cells, packing 11.6 kilowatt-hours of energy into the same space that originally stored only 7.1 kilowatt-hours. Highs still looks great, easier ingress with top-down, more electric range. Lows supercar price without supercar performance. No such thing as incognito when you're driving a spaceship. For even deeper coverage of the BMW i8, view our buyer's guide in-depth review. Visually, the i8 Roadster is even more striking than the coupe, and that's saying something. By dispensing with the hard roof model's vestigial rear seats, the ragtop features an even lower roofline that emphasizes its supercar proportions. The Roadster comes with a power-folding fabric top, 2 silver decor elements on the pillar, and a new air shutter on the front hood, which also carries over to the refreshed coupe. This design was changed because the previous element directed a warm flow of air toward the cabin. It didn't matter on the coupe but could make things uncomfortable in the Roadster when the top is down. There is a new lightweight 20-inch wheel option, and BMW is launching 2 additional colors. The new copper tone is a nod at electrification. BMW likes to call the i8 an electric car even though it is really a plug-in hybrid. Ingress and egress through the revised dihedral doors is relatively easy, especially with the roof out of the way, and you have plenty of space once you settle into the cockpit. In this variant, the area where the coupe has rear seats is devoted to storage, making the Roadster roomy enough for a weekend trip for 2, particularly when the small trunk at the back of the car is also factored in. The door windows still cannot be fully lowered. If there's more room than the i8's supercar appearance promises, the inverse applies to performance. The 2019 i8s continue to be fitted with a turbocharged 1.5-litre inline-3 and an electric motor amidships, plus a front-axle electric motor. Engine output is unchanged, while the stronger battery allows electric output to rise by 12 horsepower, lifting total system power from 357 horses to 369. BMW claims the sprint to 60 miles per hour takes 4.4 seconds, which may seem quick until you compare it with the times of similarly priced two-seaters. At $164,295, the Roadster is $15,800 pricier than the coupe to start. While the extra boost from the more powerful battery and motor is not readily noticed in routine driving, the added range makes a bit of a difference. Range in F mode has increased from 15 to 18 miles according to BMW, and it is possible to drive in electric mode at up to 75 miles per hour if you like the electric driving experience. The 2019 i8 gives you more of that smooth glide, operating with the front motor only. Selecting the default hybrid mode removes range anxiety, and there's still a sport mode to optimize performance. In the sport setting, the car emits an artificial growl while keeping the engine running at all times, with the electric motor providing an instant burst of torque when you want it. The electrically assisted gasoline engine is mated to a 6-speed automatic, while the front motor operates through its own 2-speed automatic. In its early years, the all-wheel drive i8 was tuned to a determined understeer, but the handling has undergone constant fine-tuning, and the 2019 model feels more neutral. It is now much more fun to fling around on narrow back roads. The weight penalty of the Roadster over the coupe is only £132 by BMW's reckoning, with the mass of the roof mechanism being partially offset by tossing out the rear seats. The brake feel remains quite artificial, and the transition between regenerative and friction modes makes it difficult to modulate retardation when coming to a full stop. The lightly weighted, Electrically assisted power steering is sufficiently direct and precise but still lacks much road feel. BMW has kept changes to a minimum, undoubtedly because there is virtually no competition for the i8. The much faster Acura NSX hybrid is more expensive, and it doesn't play up the green aspect as much as the i8. The NSX doesn't plug in. Other supercars are conventionally powered until you get into hypercar territory. Really, the biggest distinction here is that you can now get a convertible that plays up the look at some attributes of a design that still looks futuristic. The i8 has longer legs than we expected.